Hello, my dear friend, and welcome to day 4. We're well on our way in this journey of our 5-day social media cleanse. I hope today has been better than the day before, etc. And today, we're focusing on aparigraha, or non-grasping, non-hoarding. So we're going to let go of what we think we know about yoga. We're going to allow for some movement, like wind blowing through us, and allow us to clear some of the cache and maybe find a new experience, look at the world from a different perspective, and try to let go of the things that we've been holding on to. So our asana practice is going to help facilitate that. All you need to do today is hop into something that feels good to practice in, roll on your mat, and let's get started. Hello and welcome to day 4. We're jumping right in today with a flow that is designed to help you be more in the flow, not to sound too cliche. But I invite you today to embrace aparigraha, so non-grasping. Can you release? Can you let go? Can you find a flow instead of trying to predict what's coming next? So I invite you to come down to the ground. We're going to start an extended child's pose. So come to your knees, open the knees nice and wide, crawl the fingertips towards the front edge of your mat, really reaching them forward. Inhale to look forward and exhale to melt the head and the chest towards the mat. First, keep some energy on the fingertips. Maybe you tent the palms. Allow the elbows to come up off the mat, finding a nice shoulder opener here. We take an inhale in. And on an exhale, we allow the elbows to come down to the mat. We spread the fingertips nice and wide. And we allow the forehead to really connect with the earth. Start to listen to the sound of your breath right away. Settle into this moment. Arrive here. You clicked play. You chose this time. Let's really make the most of it, shall we? Begin to let go. Put your to-do list on the side. See if you can experiment through this flow with non-grasping, with aparigraha, with trying not to hold on too tightly to any given thing, notion, mindset, plan. Sometimes stuff just happens and you got to go with the flow. In any case, let's inhale, raise the forehead up off the mat. Then we'll just nicely walk the fingertips over towards the left side of the mat, maybe off the left side of the mat. We inhale and look forward, and we exhale, bow the forehead down. Getting a nice stretch in the side body here, leaning over the left thigh, trying to keep the right sits bones heavy, the right thigh heavy rather. Breathe nice and deep. One more deep breath in. Exhale, maybe you fold a little bit further. Beautiful, deep breath in. And we use that deep breath to start walking the palms through center over towards the right side of the mat. We reach them off the right side of the mat. Really reach. We inhale in and we exhale to bow down. This time finding a nice stretch in the left side body. Try to anchor down through that left sits bone, left thigh. Feel the skin of the left side body stretch. Breathing nice and deep. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, maybe you fold a little bit deeper. Just coming in here now. Beautiful. Inhale in, lift the head, the neck, the shoulders. Then we slowly walk the fingertips back to the mat. Plant the palms. Rise on up. See if you can move from your center. Find a tabletop position, knees directly underneath the hips. Shoot those toes towards the back edge of your mat. Palms or wrists are underneath the shoulders, stacking the bones nicely here. We hug the navel to the spine. We send that tailbone towards the back edge of the mat. Crown reaches forward. See if you can find that energetically within your body, within the subtle body. Then we inhale in. And on an exhale, we're dropping the elbows where the palms were. Bring those elbows down to the mat. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. Forearms are parallel. Then we walk the knees back an inch or two. Sits bones are rising up towards the heavens. We inhale to look forward. And then on an exhale, once again, we bring the forehead down towards the mat. We melt the heart towards the thighs. This time sits bones are reaching up towards the heavens. We're really feeling this in the upper back body, through the shoulders, in the armpit chest. Nice opening in the pecs here. Breathing nice and deep. Beautiful. One more deep breath in. Exhale, sink a little bit more. On your next inhale, we'll slowly rise back up. Come back up onto the palms. Maybe you have to center yourself on your mat. Then we'll walk the palms forward, curl the toes under, and you guessed it, we're sending those hips up high and back to a downward facing dog. Right away, begin to pedal it out, bending one leg and then the other, lengthening through the side body, finding some organic movement. See if you can play with it today. Try not to nail the pose, but rather find what feels good in your body. Pressing down into those fingertips, melting the heart towards the thighs. Maybe you tick-tock the hips side to side. Maybe really find some length through the side body. Beautiful. No right or wrong here. Working it out. Nice. Then we'll come back to center, come back to a bit of stillness. Bend the knees generously. Bring the belly to the tops of the thighs. We inhale to look forward. And we exhale to make our way to the top. I'm going to roll through the fascia of my feet. You can hop, float, skip, do-si-do. Doesn't matter to me. We'll arrive at the top edge of our mat in a forward fold, feet hip-width distance apart or flush together, yogi's choice. It doesn't matter. Find your forward fold and begin to play here. Maybe you bend one knee and then the other. Maybe you clasp opposite elbows. Maybe you bend the knees generously. Get a release in the lower back body. Walk the fingertips from one side of the mat to the other. Whatever it is, have some fun with it. Allow the neck to become nice and loose. Beautiful. Then we'll find some stillness. Bring the fingertips back to the mat. Bend the knees, drop the hips, and slowly, slow as you can go, roll it on up to mountain. Nice. When you arrive, shine the palms forward, roll the shoulders back. Maybe you need to fix your shirt or your pantaloons. Adjust yourself so that you can really find your mountain pose. Lengthen up through the crown, lift from the sternum, ground down through the back body. Lengthen that tailbone down. Maybe even taking the hand there and just feeling that motion. Stand up nice and tall. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Tag some weight in your fingertips. Let's try that again. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax those shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades slide down the back body and tag some weight in the fingertips. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll bring the palms together at the heart. Then we'll step to the middle of our mat, bringing the feet hip-width distance apart, or thereabouts. We're finding a nice wide stance. Palms are together at the heart. We're standing up nice and tall, lifting from the sternum. Beautiful. Then we're going to bring the palms so that they're facing us, palms facing in. Then we cross them and interlace the thumbs. So we've got sort of a butterfly effect going on here. Butterfly in front of the heart. Isn't that a beautiful image? We've got a butterfly fluttering, flutter, flutter, flutter by. Wonderful. This mudra is the eagle seal mudra, and it is for letting go, for releasing, for non-grasping. So it pairs up with our aparigraha intention for the day, and we're just sending that energy out into the world. Maybe you flutter the fingers, maybe you pulse the hands, matching breath to movement. Make it your own. I'm not going to give you too many cues here. Play around with it. Maybe you allow the hips to come into play. Go with the flow. Sometimes it's a little bit hard. I know. I got your back though. Beautiful. Then we'll find some stillness, just bringing those palms in front of the heart. Stand up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release the fingertips. Nice. So palms are down by the sides. We're going to find a nice soft bend in the knees. Stand up nice and tall. See if you can loosen through the hips a little bit. Then we're going to start to just twist from side to side. So we're slowly rotating one way and then the other. See if you can make your arms really heavy, like wet noodles. So we're sort of slapping our own butt here, just starting off nice and slow, bending into the knees, finding some buoyancy. This is called knocking on heaven's door. So we're just sort of going back and forth, finding some flow, letting the arms become heavy, letting the shoulders relax. Maybe you start to pick it up a little bit. Let's see if we can create a little bit more motion, allow those arms to like really fling out. I know this feels silly, but that's part of the point. See if you can loosen up, not have so much control. See if you can go with it, right? Breathe nice and deep. You got this. Maybe you pick it up a little bit more. See if you can make it a little bit crazy. You're really slapping your own butt here now. So you can slap, slap, slap. Maybe you make it sort of go crazy a little bit more. I know this is very silly. Maybe you laugh at yourself. If you're practicing with somebody, maybe you laugh at each other. Have a giggle moment. Go, go, go. Back and forth. Speed it up even more. Let those arms go totally nuts. They're totally heavy. Fingertips are flinging outwards. You're slapping your own butt. Go, go, go. One more breath. And then we start to slow it down. Slowly bring it back to center. Allowing stillness to take over. Open the palms in front of you. Stand up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Relax those shoulders. Just allow yourself to feel that sensation for a moment. What did that stir up in you? What did it create in you? Beautiful. Then we'll come back to the top edge of our mat, walking nice and carefully towards the top edge of the mat. We'll bring the feet hip-width distance apart. We'll find our soft knees. Fingertips go down to come up. We inhale, reach towards the heavens, and exhale, slice it down the midline. Find a forward fold. Beautiful. Halfway lift. Slide the palms to the tops of the thighs. Hug the elbows into the side body. Crown reaches forward, tailbone reaches back, and we exhale to fold. Beautiful. Bring the right fingertips to the floor or the mat in front of you. Begin to bend through the right knee. Trace a line with the left fingertips across the right arm, across the chest. Reach the left fingertips up towards the heavens. Really reach, reach, reach. Inhale in. Exhale, float those fingertips down. Beautiful. Palms come to the mat, fingertips come to the mat. We step the toes back, find a plank pose. Beautiful. Inhale in here. Exhale to a downward facing dog. You got this. Pedal it out. Find your downward dog, then find stillness. We'll drop the left heel and inhale, lift the right leg high, just the right leg. Then we'll bend that right knee, send the right toes over towards the left side of the mat, opening the hips, trying to keep the shoulders level. Gaze is straight down. See if you can touch your right heel to your right buttock. Really lift that right knee. We're not here for long. Inhale in. Exhale out. On your next inhale, send those right toes up towards the heavens, and then bend the knee again. Bring it all the way up and through. Lower the back knee if you need to, and then step those right toes up between the palms. Find a nice low lunge. Beautiful. And we're hugging everything into the midline. We're really allowing our heart to shine forward, just finding this low lunge for a moment before we drop the left knee, come onto the top of the left foot, reach the fingertips forward, up and back, finding a crescent lunge. Lengthen down through the tailbone, lift through the crown. Inhale, maybe you look up. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Beautiful. Plant the palms, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, step the right toes back, find your plank pose. Open the feet hip width distance apart. Then we're going to come onto the outside of the right foot. Reach the left fingertips up towards the heavens. See if you can lift the hips. Really lift, lift, lift. Beautiful. Not here for too long. Finding our side plank, building some strength. Inhale in. Exhale, float those left fingertips down. Find your plank pose. Inhale in here. Exhale to a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Find your down dog. Then we'll bend the knees generously. Bring the belly to the tops of the thighs. Inhale to look forward. And exhale to make your way to the top. Find your way to the top of the mat. Find your forward fold. Then inhale for a halfway lift. Hug those elbows in. Crown reaches, soft bend in the knees. Exhale to fold. Root to rise. Send those fingertips wide to come up. Stand up nice and tall. Reach towards the heavens. And exhale, hands to heart this time. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Make adjustments if you need to. Otherwise, I encourage you to find some stillness here. Try not to fidget. Wonderful. And with soft knees, we'll inhale and reach. Setting those fingertips up, then they kiss together, and we slice it down the midline, finding a forward fold. Once again, inhale for a halfway lift. Find something new. Exhale to bow. This time, left fingertips come to the mat. We bend through the left knee. We trace a line with the right fingertips across the left arm, across the chest, and then all the way up towards the heavens, pulling back with that right shoulder this time, stretching through the back of the right leg. Inhale in. Exhale, float those right fingertips down. Fingertips, palms come to the mat. We step one foot back, then the other. Once again, finding our plank pose. We inhale in. And exhale to our downward facing dog. Nice. Drop the right heel. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Really lift from that left inner thigh. Inhale in again. Exhale, bend that left knee, send the toes over towards the right side of the mat. Try to keep the shoulders level, gaze is straight down. See if you can kiss, you probably won't come close, but see if you can really try to kiss the left heel to the left buttock. Lift the knee really high. Inhale in again. Exhale out. Then we'll straighten that left leg, reach the toes up towards the heavens. Then we'll bend it, bring it all the way up and through. Lower that back knee if you need to. Step the left toes up between the palms. First off, let's find our runner's lunge here. Reaching that heel towards the back edge of the mat. Heart reaches forward. We hug everything into the midline. Finding a nice integrity, dropping the hips. And then we'll lower the right knee, come onto the top of the right foot, and on our next inhale, reach the fingertips forward, up, and back, finding our crescent lunge. Lengthen down through the tailbone, relax the shoulders away from the ears. See if you can find space between the palms. Inhale to look up. Exhale to float the fingertips down. Beautiful. Plant the palms, curl the back toes under, lift that back knee, step the left toes back, find your plank. Open the feet hip-width distance apart. Beautiful. Roll onto the outside of the left foot, reach the right fingertips up towards the heavens. See if you can really lift those hips up towards the sky. Finding your plank or side plank, you can bring the right foot to the mat as a kickstand if you need to. Make adaptions, make it your own. Inhale in, exhale, float those right fingertips down. Find your plank pose. Inhale in here, exhale to a downward facing dog. Beautiful, lower the knees. Keep the knees together, bring the big toes to touch. Slide the palms towards the back edge of your mat and allow yourself to fold forward into a child's pose. Taking 3 deep breaths here in a resting posture. One more deep breath in. Long breath out. See if you can round those shoulders a bit more, sink into the posture. Then on your next inhale, we'll rise back up. Make our way to our downward facing dog, curling those toes under, sending those hips up high and back. Beautiful. Then we'll bend the knees generously, bring the belly to the tops of the thighs, inhale to look forward, and exhale to make our way to the top. Baby steps, hop, skip, float, and jump. Your choice. Find your forward fold when you arrive. Then inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root to rise. Send the fingertips wide to come up. Really reach up towards the heavens. And once again, float the fingertips down to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Stand up nice and tall. See if you can refrain from fidgeting. Feel the energy buzzing in your body right now. Feel the blood pumping in your veins. Listen to the sound of your breath. I said no fidgeting and then I fidgeted. Come on. I'm human, okay? Let's find soft knees. Inhale to reach. Exhale, slice it down the midline. Find your forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Find something new. Exhale to bow. Root to rise. Inhale, reach towards the heavens. And exhale, hands to heart. Now we'll release the fingertips. Bring them to interlace behind the tailbone. So we're interlacing the fingertips behind the tailbone. Hands can be squared or the palms can be together. Be where you're at. I know that this pose is not always easy, especially for people that are in front of a computer every day, but let's give it our best shot. See if you can lengthen the knuckles down and away. Open the heart. Really send that sternum up towards the heavens. Take an inhale in. And on an exhale, bend the knees. Begin to fold forward. Find your forward fold wherever it lands. See if you can come all the way down or even halfway. Send those knuckles up towards the heavens. Finding a big shoulder opener here. Oh, so good. So juicy wherever it's at, even if your palms or knuckles are resting on your back because that's where you're at. Be there. It's beautiful. It's awesome. You're giving it your all. Take another deep breath in. And on the exhale, slowly release the fingertips. Try to resist the slingshot effect as you come down, bringing the fingertips to the mat. We'll plant the palms, step one foot back, then the other. Find a plank pose. Inhale in here. And exhale to a downward facing dog. Nicely done. We'll drop the left heel. Inhale, lift the right leg high once again. Bend that right knee. Send those right toes over towards the left side of the mat. We get another chance at this pose, trying to square the shoulders. Gaze is straight down. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, bring that knee through. Bend through the left knee. Bring the right knee all the way to the mat. Bring the right toes out beside, over to the right side of the mat, off the mat. Then we're sending the left foot out to the back edge of our mat, coming onto our right palm. We'll inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the heavens, finding a modified side plank here, opening the chest. Inhale in. Exhale, bring the left hand back down to the mat. Reel the right foot in, bring the left knee to the mat, curl the toes under, send the hips up high and back, downward facing dog. Let's try the other side. Drop the left or the right heel, I should say. Lift the left leg up high. Really reach with that left inner thigh. Bend the left knee. Send the left toes over towards the right side of the mat. Square the shoulders. You got this. Breathing nice and deep. Take an inhale in. On the exhale, we bring that left knee down to the mat. We turn the left toes off the left side of the mat. We reach the right toes towards the bottom of the mat, bringing that foot flush. Then we reach the right fingertips up towards the heavens. Really reach, reach, reach. Opening the chest, tuck the pelvis. Find your balance. Breathing nice and deep. Take one more inhale in. And exhale, float those fingertips down. Walk that left foot back in. Bring the right knee back to the mat. Curl the toes under. Send the hips up high and back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bend the knees generously. Bring the belly to the tops of the thighs. Inhale to look forward. And exhale to make your way to the top of the mat. Take your time. Find your way up there. You got it. You're doing awesome. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Root to rise. Send those fingertips up towards the heavens. Really reach, reach, reach. Perhaps you find a bit of a back bend this time. And exhale, float the palms down to the heart. Nice. Last Tadasana of the practice. See if you can truly not fidget this time. Be present. Wonderful. Soft knees. Inhale to reach. Exhale, slice it down the midline. Inhale for your halfway lift. Last one. Make it count. Exhale to bow. Palms come to the mat. We step one foot back, then the other, nothing fancy. We're coming to an all fours position, bringing the knees as wide as the hips, walking the palms back, coming to a high kneeling position. We're going to come into camel pose. So we're up nice and tall here. Sternum is lifted. We're grounding down through the tailbone. Then, you can stay here if you want. If this is enough for you, you can even lean back a little bit here, engage the core, start to engage the core. No matter what you decide to do, let's really feel that. Maybe even lean back a bit, just feeling that out. What if you were to stay here, engaging the whole body? Or we can swim the fingertips around behind, bringing the tops of the fingertips to the tops of the waist, and seeing if we can rest them on our waistline here or on the iliac crest. So you're peeling back with the shoulders, peeling back with the elbows, seeing if you can touch the shoulders together. This is bus stop number 2. Maybe you stay here. Lengthen that tailbone down, engage the core. You got this. Then maybe you start to lean back a little bit. So maybe you start to lean back, look up. So you can stay here, playing here. Core is engaged, whole body is engaged. Then you can try reaching one hand down to the heel, and the other hand down to the heel. See if you'd like to be here. Finding the full expression, opening the chest, opening the heart. Be where you're at today. It's beautiful. It's glorious. Make it your own. If it's in your practice, you can allow the head to fall back. But be cautious of the neck. Open that heart. Really push forward with the hips. Take an inhale in. And on the exhale, we'll bring those fingertips back up to the hips. Beautiful. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. On an exhale, we'll allow the fingertips to come down. We'll send the hips back. Oh, should feel really good. Bring the knees together, really together. Send the fingertips towards the back edge of the mat. And once again, fold down into a child's pose. See if you can allow the shoulders to really round forward. The forehead to kiss the mat. Breathe nice and deep. Be present here. Give yourself some nice love, some compassion. Be proud of yourself for how far you've come, for taking this on in the first place, for doing something good for yourself, something positive that serves you now. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, fold a little bit more, sink into the mat. On your next inhale, slowly roll it up. Find your kneeling position. Then we'll bring one hip to the mat. Doesn't matter which one. We're just coming into our seated position. Bringing the palms behind us, fingertips pointing towards the back edge of the mat. Feet are flat on the mat, hip width distance apart or wider. We open up through the chest, inhale in. On an exhale, we allow the knees to fall to the left. Take a breath here, in and out. Then on your next inhale, we'll bring them back through center. Allow them to fall to the right. Keep the toes active. Take a breath here. Beautiful. Then on your next inhale, we'll come back through center. Reposition ourselves on our mat. I'm going to turn so I'm facing you. We're going to bring, similar to day one when we had our support, we had our restorative class, our nice gentle flow, we're going to come with the left foot in towards the groin, and then the right foot out behind us towards the right butt cheek. So we're sitting up nice and tall here. Maybe you need to find some support. This isn't an easy pose for everyone. So be where you're at today. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale in. Then once again, turn towards the left thigh, past the left thigh towards the back edge of the mat. Now maybe you stay up here on the palms because maybe without that support, you're feeling a little like, ah. But I assure you this is a very juicy, yummy pose. And if you feel to, you can come all the way down to the elbows. So fingertips are reaching towards the back edge of the mat. We're stretching through the upper back and the right hip. You can stay up on the elbows, or you can send those elbows wide, make a pillow with your palms, and come all the way down onto the forehead. This is one of my favorite restorative poses, as you may have guessed. Just allow yourself to breathe. Allow the body to calm. However this practice went for you today, I hope you were able to find some laughter, some fun. Allow yourself to let go a little bit. Try not to be in control so much. Go with the flow, as they say. Beautiful. Take one more deep breath in. And a long breath out. See if you can sink a little bit more. Nice. I could stay here forever. Rise back up. Slowly coming back to a neutral spine. Sitting up nice and tall. We'll switch the legs. So we send them out in front of us. We pull the right foot in towards the groin. We send the left toes out behind us, bending at both knees. We sit up nice and tall. Keep active through the toes, and then we turn past the right thigh towards the front edge of the mat. So we're turning to look past the right thigh, the right leg. Maybe we stay up here on the fingertips or the palms. Maybe this is where you're at today. Or maybe you come down onto the elbows. You'll find that your hips readjust. Maybe you need to adjust the legs. Find where it is for you. Don't be afraid to make it your own. Maybe you stay on the elbows, or once again, maybe you send those elbows wide, make a pillow out of the palms, bring the forehead all the way down, and find your reclined deer pose. Breathing nice and deep. Allowing for a twist in the upper back, allowing for the hip to relax and find some inward rotation. Wonderful. On your next inhale, we'll slowly start to rise back up, coming through to a seat. We'll swing old left leg around and come to a seated position. So we're coming to Sukhasana or some other cross-legged position of your choice. Maybe it's even Thunderbolt. Maybe you've got a cushion or a blanket to raise the earth up and lift your hips. Let's together take a deep breath in. Sit up nice and tall. See if you can lift the pelvic floor. And on an exhale, relax those shoulders away from the ears. Tag some weight in the elbows. Close the eyes. Feel the effects of your practice on your body. Feel that there's some energy happening there, some singing, some buzzing. I hope you've had a super fantastic day, my friend. I hope this practice served you well. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is our last day together. Crazy. And we'll be back at the social media platforms telling each other how it went. In any case, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. It's been lovely to practice with you. Let's take a deep breath in and bring the palms together at the heart. Lift that sternum. Exhale, bow chin to chest, mind intelligence to the body intelligence. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in awe of the light in you. Namaste.